I wanna know. Is time moving backwards or is it slow? I wanna know. Did AI need that practice? I wanna know. Well, I see.
All right, so today I'm putting some 2011 heated and cooled F-250 seats, black leathers out of Valaria, going into my 04 Excursion over here. These seats are the same from 2011 to 2016. A lot of the F-150s are the same. Basically the same under here, just some of your wire colors are going to be different. This one here is an earlier style, it's 2011, 2012. So the wiring, I had the whole pigtails out of the original truck. So you need the red from this one, the black and the black and white, the white and red, the brown and red, black and white, and the little black guy, all from those two plugs. And then it'll work with the module, and power will work forward and back, no problems. But now I want my heated and cooled to work. So I'm going to get rid of most of this wiring, get rid of the module, bypass it all, clean it all up, and show you how to make the heated and cooled part work. This one here, the yellow one, big no. Stay away from this one. This one is for the seat airbag. Okay? You give this one power, you go boom. So, don't touch this one. Take it off, disconnect it, tape it up, cut it off, do whatever you want. Just don't put it near power and ground.
Do you need that again?
Nope. This plug, This plug is for the newer seat belts. So we don't need any of this stuff if it's going in an older truck. If you want to hook up the one single wire here, that's off of the original seatbelt dinger, I'll show you how to do that later.
That content's only coming out of this video gets 100,000 likes.
Yeah, exactly. You'll only get to see that if you like this first video and there's enough people that want to see how to make the seatbelt dinger work. Most people don't want it, but I like stuff to work. So I got everything ripped out that I don't really need. I left everything long for now. So these are the wires here. All these ones that we're going to get to next. This is all for the heated and cooled part. First, we got to get the motor moving. Motor's all moving. So first thing, you got these two wires up here. That's what feeds into your switch. Okay? These go straight over here into the switch. All four of these outputs, two each, come from your switch to go to the motors. Then, coming from your motors, you have one set, two sets, three sets, and the fourth set comes out here for the recline motor. So these four here have to go to these four here in the correct positions to make the motors work like they should in the switches. That's what the wiring diagram is for.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's from the motors.
All right, good.
And then these ones are from the switches. So you have this close up.
Cool.
And then, okay, there's also, on all four of these motors, there is smaller gauge wires that come from these motors for the memory. We won't be using them, so I'm going to snip all of them off as well to give it a cleaner look.
Yeah. You need to say that.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to figure out which ones go where, and then I'm going to connect. So I got everything wired up here. So So there's your inputs to the switch, the original ones, the power and the ground. The white with the red stripe is my power, and the black with the blue or gray, whatever you want to call it, depending on how colorblind you are. All right. All right. It's actually that black and blue, so you know, just to be
You
safe.
got that here, boy.
These are the diagrams here of everything here. This is we bypassed this module here, so there.
And for the people at home, we'll hover over it for a second. You can pause and take a picture for yourself. You're welcome.
So what we do from the switch, we have a purple and brown and a white and brown. They go to a gray and brown and a purple and orange. The other one is a green and purple and a green. Goes to a green and white, green and blue. Next one here is our white and violet. Goes to our violet and gray. Our gray and yellow. Goes to our just gray. This one here is our black and blue. Goes to our blue and white. Our blue and orange. Goes to our yellow and blue.
Man, I felt like a test. You saying all those things, and you were fancy as saying violent, huh, boy?
Violet. Well, that's how the diagrams go. All right. Next, I'm going to get set up to show you how to do the heated and cooled module. So this is the secret on how to make the heated and cooled seats work in all these things. A dual pole, dual throw relay, 12-volt relay. So it's 8 pins total. Let me show you how to wire it up on this truck. Coming from both of the heated and cooled modules, the TEDs, they're called the thermoelectric devices. One wiring here, one wiring come up here. Not the wires that we use for the other things. For the lumbar, they all are over there. Everything's okay. So, coming out of here, you have 4 wires. Okay? You have a yellow with a blue stripe and a gray with a purple stripe. They go together and go onto this bottom pin of the relay, the ones at the very bottom of the last ones facing this way.
Yes.
Okay? The other 2 go right next to it, and they're the blue and orange and the white and violet. Okay? Next, the wires coming from down there, this gray and orange has to be grounded. So I have it all grounded here with all my other grounds, and I'm going to ground all together and clean up once all this is said and done. Okay. Lastly, coming from both of those heated and cooled models, you have 2 smaller gauge wires here. Okay. One is a brown and green, and one is a blue and green. Okay. And that's your fan turn on wires. So now I'll explain to you here what I did. So this is the explanation part. So when you have these relays, you have to use 2 relays here for this. You have to use this relay, which is the dual pole, dual throw, 12 volt relay. Okay. Now I'll go over this relay here, how to wire this one up first. One side has to go to ground. It comes down here, goes with all my other grounds. The other side here is the turn on for this relay. Now this one comes from over here. Okay? And it's controlled by this here. Okay, it comes in here, loops through, and goes to here. So, when you send power to this one, it not only activates this relay, but it also activates this relay. Okay? And it will send power down to this one when it's supposed to. Okay? Same thing. And now the part about the switching here for the heated part, heated or cooled. When it leaves this relay, this is the power leaving the relay over here. When we tell it to turn on, it's turning on both of the fans here, and then it's coming over here. It hits this side, and then the opposite side there. And the same thing, my ground hits the top one up here, and the one step down of it over there. Now what that does, I have everything grounded here. If I give one side power, you'll see the fan here, I have the cover removed. And if I...
Oh, right. Look at that. Damn, she cooking.
Ain't nobody got that picture for fucking YouTube.
And then, so this, I'm assuming this is obviously heated.
This is heated.
Now swap it to cooled. Let's see what cooled's all about. Oh yeah, look at those blue boys. 75 degrees, 74 degrees. 70 degrees, yup. 68, 67, beautiful. Alright, so we get it.
Alright, so she's working. So, I'm going to wrap up the wiring underneath here, but let me show you where we left off. Shut this off here for sound. So, along with my factory power and factory ground, and also my factory seatbelt buzzer goes in here. Then I have my own ground, my own heat, and my own cool wire coming up this side. I'll put into a 6-pin factory forward plug so I can still disconnect my seat as needed and reconnect as needed. Comes up, goes into your dual pole, dual throw relay, into the other relay for the fan itself. And then this will all get tucked up underneath the seat here a little bit further. Wrap up the rest of these wires.